Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. One thing I realized I don't do enough on my channel is taking time to connect with all of you guys, so I'm trying to change that. Plus, I think it'd be cool to get to know you guys better, which is why I started my Discord server, link in the description, in order to create a transparent medium for us to chat. But of course, there's more I can do, and I think reading and reacting to your comments is one of them. So let's do that today. We're setting aside all the bullshit and pseudoscience found on the internet, and for once, let's just sit here and connect, me and you. So a while ago, I posted on my YouTube community section asking you guys to send me some questions or comments, and wow, we have received so many. Of course, I won't have time to get to all of them, so I'll just go through and pick out some to answer. If I don't get to your question, I am terribly sorry, but this won't be the last time I'll be doing this. Plus, I hold Q&A live streams every once in a while, so you can talk to me there. Anyway, let's see what kind of stupid shit you guys like to write to me. We're gonna start with patrons and YouTube members. If there is one thing you can change in the world to make the world a better place, what would it be? Okay, so if we're talking about the world as in the Earth, then the best thing to do is probably eliminate humans, because we're responsible for so many problems like climate change, deforestation, pollution, and we've done so much to impact ecosystems in negative ways. But if we're talking about how to make the world better for humans, then I would say make pineapples on pizza illegal. Nah, I'm just kidding. I would probably do something like unite all countries and encourage scientific and technological development. As a 2D stick figure, is it difficult to interact with the 3D world? You know, surprisingly it's not that hard. I have this special device you see that allows me to transfer my 2D consciousness into the 3D human world and create videos like this one. It's a pretty expensive device. What superpower would you choose? If I could get any superpower in the world, it would probably be telekinesis, because I'm actually a very, very lazy person. If I could manipulate objects at a distance without getting up, that would be the life. Or I would choose the ability to make pineapples magically disappear from pizza. These two options are equally useful. What are your thoughts on America going back to the moon? And what do you think is making more and more people believe in conspiracy theories? So for the moon, it's hard for me to formulate my own opinion. Obviously, it'd be cool to send people to space, but if it's not necessary to do so, then I wouldn't encourage it. Of course, NASA would be better at making this decision than I am. But so far, it doesn't seem like there's too much merit in going back. So my opinion is, do it if it's necessary, otherwise spend the money elsewhere. As for conspiracy theories, there are many reasons why people would believe in them. My take is that psychologically, people like to form groups with similar ideologies. If you believe in a conspiracy theory for, let's say, 9/11 being an inside job, then you could feel a sense of belonging with other people who believe in the same thing. In humans' evolutionary past, our ancestors have evolved to form groups because it is favored by natural selection. So any means to achieve that is valid, no matter how much nonsense it promotes. That's how I believe religion was invented, because people used it as a way to connect with others. Conspiracy theories is no different. People also tend to enjoy the feeling of us versus them, so that explains why people think the government is always out to get them. Of course, that's just my hypothesis. Do you have opposable thumbs, or even a hand, or is it just a stump on the end of your arm? Can't tell from your videos. Also, if not, how do you pick stuff up? Wow, you guys sure are interested in my anatomy. Humans are such fascinating creatures. I don't have a thumb, but I pick stuff up by slightly wrapping the end of my stumpy hand around it, like a tentacle, but less sexual. Why do I get super cross at the world within nanoseconds, and then it's gone again almost as soon as I said my piece? It's been bothering me for about the 40 years I've been thinking about it, although it's getting better, and probably because of the thinking about it. The serious question is, why do some things trigger us to blistering anger in no time, and other things which would normally be found to be an irritation, we shrug off like nothing? Is it purely psychological, or is there a physio-psychological blend that we learn to control over time? For myself, I believe I'm learning to control the refractory period between trigger and emotional response, finally at 50. Oh yes, old age is coming for the rest of you too. Considering that I'm not a psychologist, it's difficult for me to say. Reactions to certain things is obviously different for different people. Something that triggers one person instantly wouldn't bother another so easily. People also have pet peeves, like when I see someone eating pizza with pineapples on it, I feel the urge to slap them. Okay, not really, but you get the point. It's hard to say exactly what kind of physical properties of the brain can cause people to be annoyed at certain things. Of course, a lot of questions can be answered once we learn more about the physical human brain. I don't think there would have been much change to the physiological brain over the last 40 years that would have allowed you to control your emotions better, since brain development pretty much stops at age 25. But like many other things, your viewpoint on various situations and the world in general can be changed with practice, like how people go to anger management class to control their emotions. But yeah, I completely understand. Some of the tiniest things that people do can trigger me sometimes, while other things, which I should be taking more seriously, doesn't bother me at all. It's just part of how we ourselves perceive the world, and that differs from person to person. Even if you're on the extreme end, I wouldn't be quick to say it's some sort of mental condition, unless you have bipolar disorder or something. Congratulations on being able to control it though, respect for that. If we aren't supposed to have late night snacks, why is there a light in the fridge? Phenomenal question! I suppose it's destiny that you're supposed to grab that yogurt before doing your Lord of the Rings marathon on a Saturday night. People who design the refrigerator are truly clever people, although I would argue that the freezer needs light too. Okay, so now I shall be answering general questions, which I will try to power through as quickly as possible so I can get to as many as I can. Are you a stick in real life? Yes. Yes, I am. Why is homeopathy illegal? Isn't it misleading for people using it? Yeah, there's a lot of imperfections when it comes to legal regulation of medicine. Supplements, for example, are hardly checked or verified at all, which can lead to a lot of malpractices. A lot of supplements you might think would improve your health won't actually do a thing. There are many steps we could take to improve medicine in general and to increase the general education of the population when it comes to health. But it'll take time, I suppose, and that includes homeopathy. When do we get a face reveal, if any? Silly you, my face is already on camera. How is your hair growing? It's not. Do you love me? Let's take this to DMs. What is your favorite type of pizza? You already know. Who is the stupidest person you reacted to? Yeah, there's this piece of shit YouTuber who I'm sure you all remember. Yeah, his name is Professor Stick. I did video on him once. Such an idiot. What are some bands or types of music you dig? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of mainstream music most of the time. I hardly listen to music at all. I have a very specific taste, and it'll probably be weird to some of you, but I like to listen to non-lyrical music. I focus more on the melody and the craftsmanship of the song rather than the singer. So I end up listening to a lot of movie or video game soundtracks, and also some artists on YouTube such as Taboo. Nothing makes me more satisfied than a piece that really knows how to use its instruments to its full potential and create a melody that strikes my soul. Why can I never see me in your videos? Well, now you can see you in my videos. At what age did you become an atheist? 0, because I was born an atheist. Okay, but for real though, it was somewhere around my teenage years. It's not very clear even to myself when I actually became an atheist. What are your thoughts on the concept of non-human animal rights? Should they be on par with human rights? I definitely do think animals should be treated better than they are today. For example, I think we should strive towards a world where we don't need to farm animals anymore. They are living creatures after all, and we should be empathizing with them. As for how many rights they should have, I don't have a current opinion on that, but I do think it should be more than what we have today. Come on, Cirrus, you can ask a better question than that. Where's the goddamn face reveal? Okay guys, come on, I'm already revealing my face. Just look at your screen. Who says less with more words, Jordan Peterson or William Lane Craig? I'm gonna have to go with Jordan Peterson. He loves using these fancy words that ultimately mean nothing. Would you rather have a dog or start a blog? Funny question, since those two things aren't related, except for the fact that they rhyme. I'll have a dog, I guess. What are your thoughts on immunotherapy? I have very high expectations. I think immunotherapy is going to be a massive, massive part of cancer treatments in the future. Will you go to Vidcon? Maybe. Not like any of you guys would recognize me there anyway. What is the single most important piece of information that you could give to a growing channel? Consistency. If you're consistent with uploads, you'll grow. Make videos on topics that are trending. None of that dick sucking of larger channels hoping to get a shout out. In my experience, that hardly helps at all. Why? Just because. How much did Satan pay you to do all this? Yeah, he and I, we have a contract. I make these videos and he promises that there will be no pineapples on pizzas in hell. Are you planning to join Heath in his betrayal? No. See, he was never a real stick figure. I can't believe he got away with it for so long though. God damn. Are you gay? Just curious. That depends. Are you? What kind of movies do you like? What's your favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie per se. It's difficult to pick one out. I love mind-blowing movies though. Ones that have huge plot twists. There's also a list of genres I just don't particularly enjoy, and those are comedy, drama, and romance. I like it when these are side genres of a movie though, but I hate it if they're the main focus. Just my taste, I suppose. If you had one wish, what would it be? That pineapples be eliminated from pizza. What do you think of furries? They're cool people. The ones I've talked to have been very kind. People's fetishes are their own businesses, so let's stop using the word furries as an insult. But for real though, the actual definition of furries just means you're interested in anthropomorphic animals, which is actually very broad. Which means, if you've watched and enjoyed Kung Fu Panda, for example, you're a fucking furry. What kind of technology do you wish to see in the future? I would like to see a machine that automatically removes pineapple. Will you go to a Flat Earth conference? I've already been to one. In fact, I spoke at a panel, remember? Do you think overpopulation is a potential problem, or is it already a problem, or will it never be a problem? As a theist, I love your content, by the way. Thank you. It's good to see religious people watching my videos. Anyway, yes, I do believe overpopulation is a problem. But despite what a lot of you fucks might think, genocide is not the answer. Technological development is. Could you mention me in one of your videos? I've been a big fan of yours for a long time. Yeah, of course. Shout out to Ricochet Tin Man. What's your opinion on space travel and should humans prioritize it? Well, it definitely should not be our #1 priority since we still have so many problems down on Earth to solve. But I wouldn't mind seeing more space exploration in the next few decades or so. Discovering more things about the universe is fascinating, and I would love to see what else humans can discover. What editing software do you use? Final Cut Pro X. Pineapple on pizza? Politically, what do you consider yourself? Left libertarian. Was your stick figure inspired by CGP Grey? No, it wasn't, although I was aware of his channel when I started mine. I just wanted to make something simple and change it later after I get some subscribers, but stick has become so iconic I just couldn't bring myself to change it. Were you this mean in college? What are you talking about? I'm not mean. You think I'm mean? You're a little bitch. If someone doesn't have a Twitter, where and how else can they send you fan art? You can send it to me on Discord. Either put it in the server under the channel art and tag me in it, or just send it to me through private messaging. Either works. Just so you guys know, I save all the fan arts you guys send me. I try to use as many as I can in my videos, but there are a lot of them. So I might do a video where I just showcase a bunch of art that have yet to be featured. Just letting you guys know that I do see all your arts and I save them all inside a folder. Anyway, that's all the time I have today. I've been recording for hours and hours now, Jesus. Thank you to Fireshard and Nathan Gower for being top tier patrons. I'll see you all in the next video.